Bad breaks with Buster Chestnut.
Hi, how are you? Yes, same to you. And also to you. Let's get on with this. Welcome back, everybody, to Phygital Nights here at Leapin' Lizard in Hilliard, Ohio. I am your host, Buster Chestnut. Once again, that is not my legal name. Please don't look into it. There's reasons why I go by Buster Chestnut. Anyway, so this weekend, I don't know who all stopped out, but we had this little thing going on called Lizard-Palooza. All right, everybody's still hungover from Lizard-Palooza. Anyway, it was a weekend full of food, music, and a little bit of comedy. So it was hosted on Friday and Sunday by myself and Alika, a friend of the Lizards. And then Saturday, we had Josh Albert and Tyson Colson. So we had comedy coming here all weekend long. I mean, I wasn't going to, comment on his weight, but Aaron, if you want to be a douche, come on. Never mind. Big shout out to Josh Albert. Thank you, brother. The guy, I mean, once or twice. All right. But I can't pay him too much more because, then I'll have to 1099 and we don't want that. All right. Yeah. So that's why my voice is a little raspy. I spent the, weekend yelling over 50 people at the bar at, any given time. But, things got wild here at the Lizard, but it was also a fun week in sports. All right. I do like my sports. This section of the program is brought to you by Buster Chestnut Cards. I do have a plethora of, boxes to open over here. I got some singles. I don't know. Come talk to me. Also got some t-shirts with some fun sayings. If you know, you know. If you don't, come check us out at Leapin' Lizard. All right. So first and foremost, I wanted to mention, if anybody's noticing, I am wearing a women's basketball jersey right now. All right. No. Big shout out to Sophie Cunningham, the enforcer. All right. But Caitlin Clark is the start of this story. So last night, the Indiana Fever were playing the Phoenix Mercury. All right. It was close, but then, the Fever started pulling away. The Mercury got a little chippy. So in the fourth quarter, shit went crazy. Caitlin Clark gets called for a technical foul for clapping. I shit you not. She got fouled, she clapped, and got a technical, all right? So, at that moment, things were, ready to pop off. So, a couple minutes later, my girl Sophie and a former Fever player named Dewana Bonner, who we don't like Dewana Bonner. Anyway, they got wrapped up. And, Dewana Bonner was like trying to say, oh, she got a foul. So my girl Sophie just went up in her face and just pointed like, nope, you the foul. So needless to say, they both got techs. So that's three technicals in the fourth quarter of a women's basketball game. But we didn't stop there. No, we had another scuffle between Maisha Hines-Allen and Alyssa Thomas. Double tech and, went back and forth, whatever. And then just a moment later, Hines-Allen got ejected for her second technical of the game. So if you're, lost count there, that was 6 technicals in the fourth quarter of a women's basketball game. If you are not watching women's basketball, you're missing out. All right, touch on NBA. I think somebody told me NBA drafts tonight might have started. I don't know. I don't pay attention. But, big congratulations to the Knicks. New York won the championship for the first time in 53 years. which is a long time because I've never seen it happen. And if you're looking at me, that's a long time. Also, in the NBA, we got Giannis. Giannis in a big blockbuster trade. He's going down to Miami. That's a little closer to Greece than Milwaukee, I guess. But yeah, so it's going to be him and Bam Adebayo, and then a bunch of people that probably should be in the G League. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. In baseball, which I hate baseball, but I got to comment on it. Mainly because, they're Detroit fans here, right? The owners are Detroit fans. Hey, but still, hey, by the way, happy anniversary to, the original Lizards who are not here, celebrating elsewhere. So I'm going to talk shit against the Tigers. Why not? All right. So if you're a Tigers fan, you probably want to look away or keep watching if you're sadistic. All right. The Guardians have been on a buzzsaw right now. They took back-to-back games from the Tigers. Blah, blah, blah. The Tigers did have one bright spot. James Outman, who they just claimed off waivers. He stepped up, very first at bat as a Tiger, and launched a 418-foot home run. Despite his, I fucked it up. Never mind. Moving on. All right. So speaking of the Guardians, all right, I know it's more Cincinnati fans here, but whatever. I'm gonna rip my guess. Do you mind if I rip this first, and then we can talk about it? About things after that. All right. All right. So today, I do like to rip a product on the podcast just to show what's going on. Try to tie it into, current events, what's going on. So this product released in the last 2 weeks, all right? And Toy Story 5 released in the past 2 weeks. Yeah, my family went and saw that movie without me. It was Father's Day weekend, they could have taken me. But anyway, with that, I don't know. What I'm looking for mainly, there's these special super short prints that are Mickey and Friends MLB home jerseys. All right. So what we're looking for is like Mickey, Donald, Minnie, whatever, in a baseball jersey. So if anybody ends up seeing one of those as I'm ripping through it, let me know. Shout it out. All right. So let's do this. Actually, hold on. Let me change my banner real quick. All right. So, the fact that my daughter saw the I totally forgot my knife. All right. So the fact that my family, saw Toy Story without me, hopefully I pull the Woody 1 of 1. It's called a gold vinyl superfractor. And it'd be pretty cool. They also have some cool autographs. I don't know who the signers are, but they also have these weird autographs that people chase in Disney, like the character autographs. Why that would be special, I have no idea. But let's see what we got. All right, I'm going to keep talking while I open all of them. Just make a stack, and then we'll just go through them all, all at once. So I was gonna do this later, but all right. So, who favorite sport? Brett. Basketball. Okay. What's your team? Okay. All right. Came up a little short this year. They draft late tonight. Yeah, they're probably not gonna get anybody that's actually gonna make the team. No offense, I mean, if you're, being drafted, like, that's a big deal. I was never drafted. Thank God, because it probably would have been to the military, and, we know that wouldn't have worked out very good. I don't know if you can tell, but I don't like people yelling at me. I don't know. I'd rather them laugh with or at me. Yeah, both the same. All right, these are way too shiny. I'm getting like a glare off the light. Ooh, I just saw a fun one. All right, it's gonna look like I have a massive package in my pocket. Strategy, I say. All right, and when I go through these, I'm only gonna call out anything special or like a fun character, or I'm not gonna make you sit through all the base cards, because All right. Can I get a little help just to see if these are lining up with the camera? Hold on. All right. I don't even know what this is, but that's going to be shiny as hell to show on the camera. All right. Is that showing up on like the little? All right, so that was a cool parallel. I have no idea what it is. All right, so what else we got? We got an Ursula seismic. That's worth checking out. Are there any Little Mermaid fans out there? All right, Hair King George. I don't know who that is. Bob Peterson from Monsters Inc. Didn't know. Got an Olaf. There any Frozen fans out there? Anybody with little kids who's watched that 5,000 times? All right. Here's a cool Mulan. All right. What else we got? Ooh, Cheshire Cat refractor. If you know, you know. All right. Yeah, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Justin Russo. I think he was an actor on Disney Kids show. All right. See, I was hoping I would pull one of these. No offense to any comedians who are in the building tonight, but this is my favorite comedian of all time. Mr. Fozzie Bear. All right, we got a Dumbo. I feel like Wilson needs the Dumbo. Wilson, you need a Dumbo. All right, I got you. All right, what do we got? We got a Chicken Little. Oh, that's cute. Cute. I mean, the sky is falling at all times, so I mean, fair. That's fair. I got a Thumper. That would do good with my friend Bambi. If you know, you know on that one. All right. Fear. Hey, that's a good one. I don't need that one. All right, what else we got? Cadillac Range from Cars. That might be numbered. No. All right. We got Doug the dog. Love Doug. We got Star. Star's fun. All right. Giselle. Ooh. All right. I'm gonna save that one. We got an Anger, which yeah, I definitely relate to that guy. We got the Beast. No comment. We got Scar. Celia May. I don't know who that is. We got fairy godmother numbered. That's fun. All right, we got a Louie. Anybody know who Louie's from? DuckTales. Huey, Dewey, and Louie. And speaking of DuckTales, even though it was a weird alternate universe from the Darkwing Duck, Quackerjack. And that's our rip for today. Let me get my notes and get our guest up here, and I'll be right back. I can put some. Be right back. All right, Frank, you ready? Let me turn off. And we do have to share a microphone. I'm sorry. So basically, I will ask a question. All right. And am I back on the screen? We good? All right. So now we are to our interview portion of Bad Breaks with Buster Chestnut. I want to give the biggest round of applause that we can for all 15 of us for, our Road to Lizard-Palooza champion who ended up performing this past weekend at Lizard-Palooza. Let's give a warm welcome to Frank the Mint. Thank you, comedians. Thank you. All right. Go ahead. Who are you? What do you do?
I'm Frank the Mint. I'm a stand-up comedian, retired physician, and a bunch of other shit you don't need to know about. Oh, anyway.
Don't need to know about yet. Do I have some questions? I gave him a little floater of what I was going to talk about. So let's see if we can get some good answers out of him. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 questions. So it's not going to take forever. All right. So first question. All right. So I mentioned in, my monologue about the sports of the week that Caitlin Clark got a technical simply for clapping her hands.
What's all bullshit?
It is. So what is the most ridiculous, petty, or completely unjustified thing you've ever been penalized, fired, or written up for?
Well, when I was working actually housekeeping over at the VA, I got written up for shitting my pants and going home before notifying them. It was embarrassing as hell. That's what I did, man, and I got written up for it. Told not to do it again. I said, "What was I supposed to do? Put a plug up there?" I don't know.
I mean, do they just have plugs laying around? Like, if not, it sounds like the party of the VA. I don't know. My biggest, thing I got written up for, which is basically one of the reasons why I decided to kind of semi-retire from IT. I was in a situation where I said, that's not my problem. It wasn't my problem, but here we are. I'm not in IT, and I'm trying to do comedy and make people happy. So we'll see what happens. I think I'm in a better spot now. All right. So we ripped some Disney Topps Chrome. All right. I was hoping to pull a shiny, Mickey Mouse in a Guardians jersey. That did not happen. If you've, seen some of my card openings, you know that, bad card breaks, happen quite often. What is the most embarrassing amount of money, time, or effort that you've ever completely wasted chasing, nostalgia, a pie, maybe a piece of ass?
Yeah, it was. I paid $1,000 for 2 hookers in Vegas, and the ED medicine didn't kick in time. I ran out of time. I was fucking embarrassing. Waste of time, waste of money. It was really horrible.
And at that time, I mean, I guess you were at least trying to put in some effort. And I bet that was a little extra effort too. Got to recoup your funds. All right. So, speaking of the cards again, so we were hunting a, 1-of-1 rare card. And, that's usually about timing, like you just got to pick the right box at the right time. So what is your best right place, right time story from a night out? You ever walk into a place and accidentally meet a celebrity, or, find $100 bill on the floor, or, have somebody randomly buy your entire tab? Hint, hint, you can buy mine.
Yeah, good luck on that one, Buster. Anyway, yeah. Well, there was this one time I was down at the Sugar Bowl down in New Orleans. Yeah, the Buckeyes were playing Arkansas, and I had gotten regular tickets, but I was out on Bourbon Street, and there were some guys hawking box tickets. So I got some box sets for me and the ex up there. We got up there, and we were up there, the only 2 Buckeye fans among all these Arkansas fans. And man, they were getting mad as we were kicking those asses. And then came Jerry Jones. Then my wife looked at me and asked me who the fuck he was. Embarrassing as hell.
Jerry Jones was an Arkansas alumni, right?
Was he? I don't know. I just know he owns I know he owns Cowboys.
I think so. All right. For those that didn't hear the comment, I'm pretty sure that Jerry Jones actually went to Arkansas. So that would have been even more fun. All right. So we are to our last question of our podcast. I know everybody's sad. I know. But my last question has something to do, Gina, this is not directed at you, but it's about bartenders. So if you're out there, come down here, get a drink from Gina at the bar, tip her well. For all the degenerates at the bar, make sure you tip Gina as well as you can. And if not, I got an elbow on the way out. All right. So we've all had bad service. Never here, by the way. Never here. But sometimes the universe smiles on you. What's the best good break a bartender or server has ever given you? Like a heavy pour when you've clearly had a brutal day, or like a free appetizer that, accidentally was sent to your table, or, that tab that was suspiciously cheaper than what it should have been.
Mine's sort of a recurring thing because I'm old school, so I drink Jack and Sprite. But, often, many times, not often, but a few times, the bartender makes a Jack and Coke. And then when I correct them, they give me the Jack and Coke too. So I get 2 drinks for one. So I get a drink cheaper that way. Yeah. And yeah, be sure to tip your bartender.
All right, and that's all I have for you, Frank. Do you have anything you want to promote or anything? Or?
Yeah. On Saturday 9:00 at Cross Keys and Chillicothe, we're going to have a pop-up comedy show. So we'd like to see any of y'all can make out down there. It's be free, so you don't have to pay anything. So we'd like to see you Saturday night there in Cross Keys and Chillicothe.
All right, big thank you to Frank DeMint. Hopefully, yeah. Wow, he made the trip. We'll definitely be seeing a little bit more of him later. All right. I think that's, enough of the bad breaks that we've had for the week. What? I don't know what's going on back here. I really do need to test out my remote microphones. I need to get them at a level where, it gets the clapping, but not all the Wilson rambling out there. All right, so You good? All right. We are going to keep things rolling. And, get the comedy going a little bit. Because Lord knows I'm not fucking funny. But anyway, so our first comic tonight, he comes from Athens, the Athens area. When he's not doing stand-up, he is actively competing in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, BJJ, and catch wrestling tournaments. I'm telling you this as a warning. If you feel like heckling tonight, just know this man can put you in a Kimura lock. Is that right? Kimura lock before security even notices. He's a heavyweight beast on the mic. Please welcome to the stage, Brett MonBeck.
You expect someone bigger? All right, what's up, 3 people? How you doing? All right, what do you guys want to talk about? I'll tell a couple stories and get the hell out of here. I got a new one. You guys want to hear how I did blackface and got kicked out of a gang? It's kind of just for the comedians. All right, well, I found myself in with the wrong crowd. And we decided that we were going to rob the plug. And if you don't know what the plug means, it means the guy above you in the pyramid scheme of drug dealing. So we teamed up. But there's a problem, and that would be I'm the token white guy, and it'd be very obvious it was me. Even if I wear a ski mask, I have beautiful blue eyes. What am I going to do? So I put a brown pantyhose over my face, then the ski mask. Gloves, we got ready. We're in the car, and they go, Lil Bretty knows karate, so you kick the door. I go, I got you guys. So we get there and they go, all right, on the count of 3, do it. I go, right. They go, 1, 2, 3. If I could tell you something, it's way more gangster if you kick the door at front ways. Because I kicked the door sideways and no one thought that was cool at all. Here's something else. I should pause this story. If you hear this voice, you know this voice anywhere, don't you? I can't. If I tried to rob you, Buster, you'd be like, Brett, stop. You would know my voice. So obscure my face. I need to obscure my voice. I kick the door karate style, not cool. I try to save it. And I go, hear me now, boy. Don't look upon me face and give me a motherfucking cell phones. Give me everything. It was a silent, awkward ride back to the safe house. My friend I grew up with, the one who got me in the gang, pulled me to the side and he goes, Brett, you're in trouble, buddy. I think you're kicked out of the gang. And I go, what do you mean? And he goes, you did a Jamaican voice. You covered your face in a brown mask. This is exactly why we didn't want a white guy in the gang. All right, let's get to my next story. Folks, do any of you have a wife way too good for you over there? Hell yeah, thanks. My wife's so out of my league, you'd never think that we were together if we went out to eat. She's so out of my league. If she wears too sexy of a dress, they think I bought her from a faraway land. She's so beautiful and I'm so disgusting. To this day, I'm not all the way positive she's not a Mossad honeypot. I hearken back to the days when I first met my wife. She'd show me things I've never seen before, like Nalgene water bottles, bank accounts, car insurance. Take me places I've never been, like Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Detroit. She'd take me to the hot chick dimension, to these restaurants. You guys ever been to these? They're like Chipotle, but hippie slop. There's always a little weirdo in there. I go, hey, little buddy, what's this? He goes, asparagus marinara. I go, all right, gross. So this story is the last time I went there. My wife goes up. No one bothers her whatsoever. I come up. Of course, they don't think I'm with her. I'm disgusting. And the lady comes up. She goes, "Sir, let me ring up this beautiful queen, and then I'll get to your order. Matter of fact, I normally serve goblins in the back. Thank you." My wife's quick to defend me. She goes, hold on. That's my man. And that girl goes, "Ooh, Jesus Christ, that's your man? That looks like a wax figure of a hot guy melted down. Now he has fat tits. That looks like you put a blonde wig on a gorilla, let it sleep in bed with you." The weirdo pipes in from the back. He goes, "Hey, man, if that gorilla's going to be in here, it needs a service vest." I go, "Hey, listen here, little Miss Crystals. I might have forgot my service vest in the Subaru because I had it on at Kroger. Give me my kale chip nachos to go. I'll be on my way. Thank you." That wasn't very body positive, bitch. I knew you guys weren't listening. I don't care. But here's the thing, guys. Everyone comes up to me and they go, "Dude, your wife's so out of your league. How'd you get her? You got a beautiful wife and kids." They're telling me to my face they want to fuck my wife. And you're calling me a fat, ugly piece of shit in the same breath, aren't you? That's what they always do. He goes, "No." That's what they always do. They go, "How'd you get her, man?" It was like, the hell? I'll tell you, sir. I eat pussy like my mom doesn't call me on my birthday. This lady's giving me the most boring head you've ever seen. You don't know who's in what's league. We're in the same goddamn league. The first time. That's it. Fuck harder, not smarter. That's what I always say. I think about the first time my wife was sucking my fucking dick. She dropped down. There was Snow White music like, ah. I'm probably out of camera frame. It's all right. A blue jay flew down, landed on my dick. She grasped my underwhelming penis and looked past my love handles, and the stars aligned, boys. And I said, "I'm about to get my dick sucked off." And she goes and missed her mouth twice. I said, "Shit." I said, "This one's still in the plastic, even in her old age." So I talked to my friends. I go, "Guys, she missed her mouth twice. What the hell am I going to do? It's my sweet baby angel." And they said, "Brother, you don't want your wife being the throat goat, the knob gobbler, the glizzy gobbler in town. They don't need that." And I go, "Brother, you're right. I don't need my sweet baby slamming it down like Shaq in 92. I don't need my blushing bride slurping and burping while the birds are still chirping. I don't need my wife swallowing my pork sword on the Lord's Day. I don't need the mother of my favorite child straight up garking on that shit, slobbering on my Johnson like a St. Bernard and a hot Buick." My wife hasn't sucked my dick since I wrote this joke. I wanted to finish this one talking about how she's a massage therapist. And she's given me the best hand job I've ever had in my life. But she doesn't like happy endings at all. All right, guys, what else do I got for you? I'm ready. Cool, thank you. Father's Day just happened. I got my adoptive father a 23andMe DNA test. He said, "You're the one who needs it, you little bastard." So I spit in it. I gave the Illuminati my DNA. It came back and all it said was, "You have a white dude's dick and Samoan tits." I told him I want my fucking money back. And I've been watching the news here. The AI takeover. You see all these data centers going in everywhere. Ohio thinking data centers are a good idea, or like all my baby mothers thinking I wasn't going to cheat. It's toxic all over Ohio. There's blonde mutants everywhere. All right, boys, I got one I want to try on you. Will you really listen to this one? I'm about to get canceled on camera. I went down there to Pride last weekend. Well, I drove my truck through it. Sorry, guys. Listen, I like trans people. If you're non-binary, I like neither one of you. If you're gender fluid, I like both of you. I'm a he, him, but I weigh in as they, them. And if you're a she, them, I probably still want to she them titties. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. All right. There we go. Okay. 1 minute. What do I got in 1 minute? Jesus Christ. Let's see. Sorry, 1 minute's hard. I blew my wad there, didn't I? God damn, I got one more one-liner somewhere. Well, here, shit, guys, this is what I was thinking anyway. I was just trying not to say it. You see that they took trans people's driver's licenses away in Kansas? I just find it un-American. Like, I ain't trans or nothing, but I said, God damn. And in Idaho, if you go in the wrong bathroom, they'll give you prison time. And I said, thank God I'm not trans. Because if I was trans, I'd take an AR-15 to the Capitol building. Am I right, boys? Yeah, USA. All right. That's my time. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
All right, keep it going for Brett. It is. For once. Sorry, Wilson. Came here to drink and ended up at an actual comedy show for once. Speaking of which, we're going to keep things going. Keep that energy moving into our feature of the evening. This person, this man of a man, comes from Northwest Ohio. He's the producer of Cruising Comedy Series. I tried to throw in with your name, but got a hair in my throat there. Cruising Comedy, cruising with Chuck. But yeah, look at this guy. He is way too in shape for hanging out with us in a dark, beer-soaked bar on a Tuesday. He treats a comedy set like a high-intensity interval workout. And honestly, his punchlines burn more calories than most of us have all week. Put down your DoorDash and put your hands together for Chuck Borba.
I'm just setting my stuff down there. But all right. How's everybody doing up there at the bar tonight? You guys all good up there? I'm going through some midlife crisis shit. I had to go to my doctor's last week, and that was not good. Frank used to be a doctor. Guess what, Frank? They want to put me on fucking decaf coffee. All right, decaf coffee. Anybody ever drink decaf coffee? Drinking decaf coffee is like having sex with a blow-up doll. All right? You might get it done, but neither one of them is very stimulating. At least that's what I hear about the decaf coffee. Oh, I'll tell you. Man, I did have some health issues, though, a couple years ago. That's why I had to start seeing my doctor yearly and annually and all that. Not annually, but annually. And I haven't had to do that yet, Frank. I'm only 52. I guess they hold off on that now. But, I was having really bad migraines and my blood pressure was up and I was just toxic. And so I ended up getting my life together. I lost about 145 pounds. Lost about 145 pounds. And now everybody, I go around and everybody's like, well, Chuck, what'd you do to lose that weight? Is it Ozempic? Are you on that GLP-1, this and that? No, I just divorced her. That was it. Pretty simple. Oh, but I've been married 3 times. I've been happily divorced 3 times. But what amazes me is I got people to come up to me and ask me, they're like, ask me for marriage advice. Now, why would you come up and ask a guy that's been divorced 3 times for marriage advice? I mean, that's like asking a guy that's totaled 3 boats to give you docking lessons. All right. Or walking up to a paraplegic and ask him to teach you how to play soccer. All right. Or asking the Cleveland Browns how to win a Super Bowl. I mean, come on. Now, I said that joke. I was down at the Funny Bone in Richmond, Virginia a while back. And I said that joke. And at the end of the night, this lady comes up And she was steaming mad. She goes, I just don't think it's funny you pick on handicapped and disabled people. I'm like, ma'am, they're just jokes. She's like, I just don't think it's funny you pick on disabled people and handicapped people. I'm like, ma'am, the Cleveland Browns are not really disabled or handicapped. Oh, man. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Oh, but being married 3 times, I've got 3 daughters. All right. By 3 different manufacturers. You know, the manufacturers wore out a little bit. Got some miles on them. They lost a new car smell, so I traded them in. But the products have been great. The daughters are awesome. And I don't know if any of you guys up here have daughters or raised daughters, but I'm going to tell you something. If you can raise 3 daughters on your own, you ain't afraid of nothing at that point, are you? You raise daughters, man. Oh, my God, you can get through anything. Lordy. Oh, man. My oldest daughter got married about a year ago, and she's really upset with me. We're working things out, but I wanted to get her husband or future husband something really, really nice. And I'm not really a good gift giver. So I had worked on it, and I thought, man, what can I get this guy? So at the wedding shower, bridal shower, whatever you call that now, because they did it together. Back in my day, we didn't have a shower like that. But now they did all shit together. It's weird. So I got him one of them poker stroker things, a pocket pussy. And my daughter lost her mind. She said, why in the world would you buy my future husband a pocket pussy? I'm like, well, did you forget? I used to be married to your mother. And if you're anything like your mother, this is going to come in pretty handy in the next couple months. Oh, man. Yeah, so she's still not talking to me. And I'm not going to tell her. He came up to me a couple weeks ago. It's like, man, that thing really has come in handy. I'm not going to tell her that. No way. Oh, then I got a 21-year-old daughter that lives with me. She calls me up there today. She said, Dad, I really need you to come over and meet with me. She goes, I'm having some issues. And so I'm thinking, well, it's a boy or it's money or something, right? So I meet with her and she's like, Dad, I'm just having a really hard time with this new job. And I'm only 21 and they want me to work 3 days in a row this week. And I got to work 8 hours. And oh my God. And my phone's not working very much anymore. And my TikTok is slow and my Facebook ain't working. And I need to get the internet sped up. And I'm like, oh my God, civilization has stopped. Your TikTok and your Facebook ain't working. She's like, Dad, can you ever just listen to me and not preach to me? Now, any of y'all got kids in there, you ever had to preach to them? If you have, give me an amen. There you go. So I'm like, young lady, the good Lord brought you here for a reason. And it's for more than just TikTok swipes and Facebook likes. That's right. There's a reason you were the fastest swimmer up at Canal. There's a reason you beat out thousands and thousands and thousands of your brothers and sisters to get to that egg first. She said, Dad, will you please stop? Will you stop? So I sit down and I look at her. And I'm like, listen, young lady, you overcame a few other things, too, when you were born. She said, what? I suppose you're going to tell me. I was like, yeah, I am. I said, you could have been swallowed. You could have ended up in a sock. Hell, you could end up down a shower drain. I've shot more kids down the drain in an abortion clinic. I don't know. I don't think she's ever going to get it. I don't think she's ever going to appreciate life. I don't know. I'm just pissed off because now we're not allowed back in Bob Evans no more either. Man. Oh. Then I got a 17-year-old daughter. She's all upset. She calls me the other day. She's right before school ended. And she's like, Dad, I'm just so overwhelmed with homework and all this stuff. I'm like, girl, you got ChatGTP. You got Google. You got Snapchat. I mean, they can sit in the lunchroom and Snapchat each other in other classrooms. You know what I had when I was in school? I had an IEP, a special ed classroom, and I had a milk carton at lunch with a missing kid's face on it I could stare at every day. That's what I had. That was the 80s. Welcome. I mean, shit, these kids got Pornhub. It'll teach them how to have sex. I had a magazine with a centerfold in it with a staple right through her belly button. But if I flipped the pages just fast enough, I could get her to masturbate. Oh, I wore me out some tube socks when I was a kid. Let me tell you. I went through so many tube socks, my mom thought I was starching them. I remember one year Grandma gave me a bag of socks, tube socks. I couldn't wait to get home because I was like, it's going to be a gangbang when I get there. Oh, yeah, brother. It was awesome. It was on. Oh, man. Now, I am from a small town up northwest, like he said, and we do things a little different up there. Like, for example, I married my sister. You know, do y'all do that down there at Chillicothe, Frank? Just cousins. All right, so we're a little bit more advanced. We do our sisters here. Now, I'll tell you what happened, man. Our headliner tonight, Rachael Willis, she gave me some gummies. And I was not a chemist. I'm not very smart. And I went home and I took these gummies. I'm sitting there and I start eating them. And I ate 5 gummies. And I'm walking through my house. My daughter comes out and she says, you look like you're walking on waves through the house. And my sister had called and asked me, I guess, if I would marry her. I was like, I don't think Mom's going to be too happy about that. She says, no, you idiot. She goes, will you officiate the wedding? I said, well, I guess. She said, well, I can get you licensed to do it. So I guess she said, I just want some freaky shit in there. I want some good, funny vows. And she goes, I think you could do it. I'm like, all right, I guess. So I pass out. I slept for like 32 hours. I wake up and my sister had blowed up my phone telling me to call her. So I call her. She said, what the hell did you do? Why would you post that on Facebook? Oh, my God, I'm getting all these perverted calls and all this weird shit. I'm like, what are you talking about? So I pull up my Facebook, and sure enough, I had done it. I put, after all these years, I finally get to marry my sister. Yeah. So thank God her husband showed up, and he consummated the marriage because I wasn't up for that part. Mom would have really been pissed off. You know what I mean? Yeah, that would have been bad. That would have been real bad. So... oh, Lord. Oh, some other stuff going on. I lost my best friend and my girlfriend all on the same day. So you can fucking imagine what happened there. Yeah. He bought a motorcycle. Nice new Harley. Calls me up. He says, hey, I need you to come over. I want you to check out my bike, bro. So I go over and I look at it. He's like, hey, man, you got to take it out for a ride. Well, I watched the Sons of Anarchy, and I watched Jack beat the shit out of somebody because you don't ride another man's bike. He said, no, bro, you're my best friend, man. I want you to take a ride on this thing. I'd be proud if you took it out for a ride. And basically forces me to take this bike out for a ride. So I'm like, all right, bro. So I take it out. A couple days later, I go over to pick him up, take him fishing. Lo and behold, here comes his new wife down the stairs, and she's got this little lingerie thing on, and she's looking hot. I'm like, hey. Is she anything like the motorcycle? Like, you know, do I get to test drive her? You know, he's like, hell no, man. You ain't test driving my wife. What are you thinking? I'm like, well, bro, you were really proud of the motorcycle and you forced me to take a ride on it. So what you're saying is you're more proud of the motorcycle than you are the wife? So that started a hell of a fight because now the wife wanted to know which one was more important. I was asked to leave. 2-3 hours later, my girlfriend calls me. She says, yeah, I heard what you said to Barry. I said, what? Well, that you want to ride his wife like a test drive, like the motorcycle? I was like, yeah, but baby, I stuck up for you. I told him that you're like my Ford pickup truck and he could take you for a test drive. She said, no, exactly what you said was I'm like your classic pickup truck. The suspension's going out, but the rear end's still good and I can handle a load every once in a while. Yeah, so we're still working through that. But, you know, I just thought, man, classics are worth more. So I thought she'd be proud. Oh, no, I tell you, though, I have went on a few dates. The dating world is toxic. It's horrendous. It sucks. And I was with this crazy girl, man, and we go out to dinner. She wants to go to a sex store. Now, any of you ladies in here, you've been to these sex stores lately? Ma'am, you been to a sex store lately? Also, you order online. Oh, okay. I get it. I got it. Okay. Well, we go in this fucking place and they got a toy this big. It's the Bad Dragon. It's got tentacles on it. You can pump it up and make it bigger. I don't know where you're putting this thing. All right. Look at this shit. I never want to hear another woman complain about having a kid. All right. Because, I mean, these things are monsters. They got the Hitachi wand. Okay. This thing sounds like a 747 going off. This thing makes them squirt across the room like a waterfall. It's insane, man. And then they got the King Dong. And of course, it's big and black. It's this big. It straps to a Sawzall. I don't have the length. I don't have the girth. And I sure in the hell ain't got the speed of a Sawzall. So I'm done with the whole dating shit. I'm going back to the tube sock. You know what I mean? I'm going to be safe there. So, hey, thanks y'all for having my goofy ass up here and back here to Leaping Lizards again. Frank, it's great seeing you up here, buddy. Great meeting you. So, all right, I'm going to turn this back over to our host here. And thank you.
All right. Thank you, Chuck. And by the way, if you want the bar's attention, just yell, Buster. You've all fucking failed me. Jay, I thought you were with me. 1, 2, 3. Buster. All right. I got two people. To respond. All right. I got a couple minutes to fill, so. Motherfucker. Or as I like to call him, Dad. I was recently thinking of my dad. It was Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everybody in here, especially Frank, newly found out father. More to come later. Anyway, so I got into this big argument, which was not like, it was not a new thing. Me and my dad fought like fucking brothers. But this one night in particular, we were, in an argument, spit was flying everywhere, and I yelled my favorite insult at the time. You're a motherfucker. And then that was the moment that it hit me. I was 100% biologically accurate in my statement. He was, in fact, a motherfucker, and I was the worst result of his, worst pullout game ever. But yeah, so that night, it wasn't just any night. It was New Year's Eve, I wanted to go out. I wanted to party. But it was New Year's Eve, December 31st, 1998. Okay? That was rolling into a particularly fun year in the party world, right? All I wanted to do that night was to party like it was 1999. But instead, I decided it was a smart idea to punch the oak sauna door. So my night ended up with a bunch of ice, a little bit of crying, and being grounded for about 6 months. But don't worry. Y2K was fucking lit. We got so fucked up. We destroyed the computer virus and our livers all in the same night. But yeah, basically, I was never a fan of Prince after that, because he promised this sexy environment, and, all I got was tears. But anyway, so yeah, I was thinking a lot about my dad and how he's a motherfucker. My parents got divorced when I was like 6 months old. And, I don't know if you know what that does to a body, biologically. Like, I didn't know what was going on, but my body knew. So, like, I ended up in, the ICU in a tent. And it was pretty much, like, I'm sitting there. Yeah, my parents' marriage is in a shitter. I might as well just go towards this fucking light at this point. But, God had other plans. So I, got out of that. My parents got divorced. My dad decided it was a perfect time to, say, hey, peace, I can't deal with this. I'm going to go lay some pipe. I mean, some track. Yeah, he joined the railroad. You know, the whole old song, I've been working on the railroad. Yeah, no, he was basically in a caboose doing lines off a stripper's ass, but he called it work. You know, and you know, I can deal with that kind of work. But he later came around, you know, and you know, I ended up living with him after, you know, various things in his life. But this guy, like, he was a rock star. He played drums in a band. I actually have a tattoo in his honor. When the tattoo artist asked, you know, if I wanted to have his name Jim, I was like, no, because that would make me spend like 45 minutes explaining why I have Jim on my arm. I prefer to just say I'm a really big fan of Irish cream. So anyway, this guy, he was a rock star. All right. He, I don't know. He partied like it too. And later in his life, you know, he got on, you know, he had a back surgery, you know, had a bunch of things going on. He was trying to seek help. He was trying to, you know, find some relief. So he went to a new doctor. His doctor, you know, talked to him. He's like, yes, you know, we're going to get everything under control. All right. Here's this new prescription, you know, have fun. Smacked him on the ass. Sent him out the door. So, yeah, he went home. He called me. He's like, yeah, I don't know about this stuff, you know, whatever. But it was this patch, all right? It was this new drug. And they didn't explain how to put it on, or he wasn't paying attention because my dad was fucked up. But anyway, it was this new drug, wonder drug. And it was the only person I'd ever heard ever being prescribed to this drug. But anyway, I'll get to what it was here in a minute. But my dad ultimately died of an overdose of a spicy Band-Aid. Yeah, this drug was fentanyl. It was a patch of fentanyl. And badass motherfucker, you know, doing rails off a stripper's ass in the cabooses, playing fucking, you know, hard rock drums, you know. He thought, man, whatever. It was that. Just that one little bit. So, you know, I understand, you know, how hard it is to lose a parent, but how funny it is because this dude fucking went through all that shit. And he basically, you know, got taken out by a sticker. Something that my daughter mastered at 6 years old. But I digress. That is the most perfect fucking timing ever. I will give you a moment. But that is perfect fucking timing. So, you know, I talked a little bit about my dad because it was Father's Day. All right. You know, a little bit about my family history. But I don't know. I'll keep going just for a couple minutes just to make sure things are getting settled. So, you know, I'm all too familiar with trying to expand your, you know, frame of view, your mindset, right? Let me take you back to the first time that I ever smoked marijuana. The devil's lettuce, yes. I was a really depressed 16-year-old. Go figure. I mean, look at me. I'm a depressed 43-year-old, so things stay the same. But anyway, I went to my friend and I was like, all right, dude, I need to smoke some pot. And this was like the cool dude. This was the guy that, like, he, you know, went to all the parties. He was a stud. He was the guy that would go on a basketball court, pick up game. You know, he'd be smoking a cigarette and do a fucking turnaround three-pointer in your eye. But the coolest part of it about this guy, he had a 1998 jet black Mustang GT50 convertible with the black interior to match. It was all leather. It was the stud mobile. So as soon as I asked him to, that we should get high, this man didn't take a second. He dropped the top in his 5.0. He said, "Get in the fucking car. We're going to the people with PhD in couch lock." So about 2 seconds later, because those cars are mighty fast, we were there, and it was my decision. Well, I may have been peer pressured a little bit, but it was my decision to smoke 4 bowls of the best weed in the Tri-County area. And then, we were sitting there. We were playing Mario Kart on N64. Everybody familiar with Mario Kart? Like it was innovative in 97 maybe. But whatever. I don't want to give away my actual, birth date, age, whatever. But I got the brilliant idea that it was the best time of all to drive 45 minutes out of the way to the mall in Mansfield, just, to fuck around. So without even a split second decision, TJ had the 5.0 dropped, or the top on the 5.0 dropped, and we were driving down the road. Before I knew, I hadn't even switched off the N64 at this point. My mind was in a different reality. So, we're driving down the road, probably going about 85 because you can't do the speed limit in a Mustang, right? So we're driving down the road, and, I feel bad for the people that were behind us on that day. Not that we were driving crazy. I was a passenger, thank God. But I was sitting in the back of this convertible, physically pantomiming, throwing, turtle shells and fucking banana peels out the back. And they were just, some dude driving in like a 95 Honda Civic, not knowing what was going on. But in reality, that day, they and I survived the Rainbow Road, and I will never forget that. So, if I have to, I would, I would challenge anybody here to a game of Mario Kart. N64, PC, Switch, whatever. I fox around and find out. But I'll challenge you, whatever. All right, are we ready? All right, we are ready. So, I did have to adjust my my marker, so if I screw it up, it's on you for requesting something. But I love it, and I didn't know it. All right. And now, all right. Let's get a little more pizzazz in the room. Can we get a cheers? Let's do a cheers. Hold on. It wasn't following me. All right. I need to do one cheers real quick. All right, for my patron of the arts, which your contract's expiring at the end of June, so holler at me. But our patron of the arts, Steve Merrick, I have a table reserved for him. He is not here. He came last week, and I appreciate you. So let's cheers to him. On the count of 3, we're all going to yell, Steve. 1, 2, 3. Steve! All right, thank you, brother. And without further ado, we bring our headliner, all right? Coming down from Lima, not Lima, this incredible comedian and mother operates on pure, unfiltered, iced coffee-fueled chaos and fits in very well for our, Phygital Nights chaos here. She describes her set as a conversation with your slightly unhinged friend. She's here to bring a raw energy to the stage. She's got an attitude of gratitude and a caffeine level that you should probably require a medical waiver for. Please welcome your female Unabomber impersonator. Give it up for your headliner, Rachael Willis.
What's up, leaping lizards? Yeah, Big Mama's here, and it ain't raining this time, motherfuckers. We're coming up here all up in this gratitude. Yeah. Yeah, you move. I got court space. Let's do this. Let's do this. How we doing, everybody? Good? Yeah. All right. Aw, come on. Get out. How low can you go? Da, da. How low can you go? Ba, ba. Oh, okay. None of that? Okay. Yeah. So I like to describe myself as a bowling ball. Not because I'm round, but because I have 3 holes.
Yep. I'm going to fix the lighting. Hold on.
In my head, you guys, I have my ears pierced and my lip pierced, you fucking disgusting pigs. I'm going to have to sanitize my eyes now. Jeez. So, I know you guys have never seen a twerking comic, so get ready, okay? I'm not just a big back with some shoulders, some strapping shoulders, all right? You guys ready? Yeah, you guys ready? Give me a hell yeah. Yeah, I'm going to shake what my mama gave me. Mental problems, yeah. Anybody out here on SSRIs, raise your hand. Don't be shy. I'm the only one? Okay. Lexapro gang. Yeah, that's my gang. Do you gang bang? I'm outside with my gang. Yeah, it is. Look at that. A lot of people, when I meet them, they like to play this game of guess my race. Yeah. I've heard Mexican, Puerto Rican, even Dwayne Johnson. Yeah, if my hair was down, I'd be giving Maui vibes very, very hard right now. But they're all fucking wrong, you guys. I'm Korean in this bitch. Yeah. Yeah, Southside. You know kimchi, bulgogi, bibimbap. Annyeonghaseyo. No Massa Kim Jong-un here. Yeah, it's okay to laugh. Don't hold that shit in, bruh. It's just us, bro. We're hanging. We're hanging like the testicles. Yeah. How low do they go? Hey, how low do they go? Josh? Nice. You guys know that song, Black and Yellow? That's me and my husband's theme song. For those of you who didn't laugh, I'm the yellow portion. Hey. They always ask me, they're like, Rachel, how'd you get him to fall for you? Well, I have thick thighs, tattoos, and I'm Asian. So he followed the yellow thick road. Hey. Yeah. Whenever I miss my husband, you guys, I like to eat a king-size Snicker bar upside down for texture and pleasure. Yeah. One time I went to FaceTime his dick and he answered. I was offended because I said, I'm looking for the boss, not the manager, dude. Yeah. I'm getting laughs out of Frank. You guys have no idea how high I am right now on life, dude. Frank, damn it. Now I got to check my paper because you done lost me. Okay. Shit. When I pulled up here, you guys, the parking scared the shit out of me. Well, it's not really the parking. It's the backing up. Because I am a woman. And I am Asian. So a good luck, everybody. You know what's worse than a female Asian driver? One with a fucking astigmatism. You guys really need to look out. And my license expires this year, so I got to get a new one. I don't know how I'm going to trick them this time. You know what I mean? They might kind of, I've got the tism too. I apologize. I'm rebooting. I better not get called on ice or ice not called on me. Okay. Anyways, I have my papers, you guys. Come on. Here in Ohio, we have such weird weather. You know what I mean? We only get about 4 good months a year. They're never consecutive, though, like my father. Actually, our weird weather has taken care of me more than he has. So thank you, Ohio weather. You guys, guess what? Guess what? Okay, guess what? Come on, Bo, I'm talking to you. Sunglasses. What? Okay, I got a 1-bedroom studio apartment in Columbus, you guys. Yeah, for $400. For $400, because I travel a lot for comedy. You know what I mean? I know I'm popping off, girl. Mm-hmm. It is my Honda Pilot, though. Yes. So in my head, it's a 1-bedroom studio apartment. Got kids in here? I mean, not in here, but do you guys breed? I don't know. Like, is that a thing? I did too. So I've got 2 of them, okay? One's going to be 16 and the one just turned 11 yesterday. So, happy birthday, Scarlett. Happy belated baby. Hey, I know, right? What is it about these crotch goblins, dude, that they stink? Yeah. And they fight with me about showers. I'm like, you can't smell you, bro. You smell like chopped onions. You're killing me, Smalls. Get your ass in the bathroom. Yeah, you're killing me, Smalls. And whenever my daughter hugs me, you guys, I feel like she's sizing me up. Because we're about the same height. You know what I mean? And keep on. Because I fight kids. I'll make it look like an accident. Oh my God, she fell. Help, call 911. That's the right number, right, you guys? I thought so. I thought so. It's either that or 811, right? You call before you dig. Ah! But yeah. So, and I am a Girl Scout troop leader. I know. So I'm raising 12 feral little girls that will know how to start fires, tie knots, and throw hatchets. So you're welcome. We got to empower these little girls. You know what I mean? Like, just children in general. Yes, and let them be who they want to be. Exactly. So what else? Ooh, I always hear about how lazy people are who smoke weed. You know what I mean? Just peace, love, and chicken grease. As a Canna mom, this joint helps me play Barbies without a crash out. Because Ohio's full of them. I'll tell you what. I know, right? I had somebody in Michigan go, well, they're everywhere. Do you know where you are? I said, I know where the fuck I am, dude. And do you know who I am? I'm from Lima, bitch. I had to let him know Ohio's full of crash outs. And he was like, okay, yes, ma'am. I was like, I thought so, because I'm not one of them. I'm crazy. Pills. You seen it. You guys seen it. Yeah. But yeah. So whenever I'm playing Barbies, I like to manifest things. Ken's not acting right. Barbie kicks him out. Kid's acting up. Barbie kicks him out. That's how I'm manifesting through Barbie. Mattel did say dream big. Okay, I know Barbie is failing, but Mattel did say dream big, you guys. So bravo to me. And with children come pets, right? Do you have kids? Do you have crotch goblins? Okay. He's just looking at me like, huh? I know, that's great. I wish I was there with you. Yay. But my daughter has this all white bunny. Beautiful Alice in Wonderland. But I could not have her get the red-eyed devil ones because that shit scares me. Brings me back to Pet Cemetery and stuff. That cat reminds me. Yeah, anyways. So she's got this all white bunny who is an escape artist. Like he's leaving Alcatraz. And then he seems to go for electrical cords that are plugged in, you guys. So he's suicidal. Okay. So this poor bastard needs a weighted blanket, Wellbutrin, and a therapist. Yes. One of these days when I catch this bunny, I'm going to mice and mend this poor thing. And my daughter's going to come and I'm going to be like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. It will still move. I love you. And if you didn't get that, you need to read. Main character energy right here. Just call me Lenny for the rest of this, guys. And on the also end of the spectrum, I'm raising my mother too. Yes. I like to call her Tippy Tumbles because she falls a lot. Yeah. One of these days, I'm going to cut the brakes on her walker and make it look like an accident too. Love you, Mom. You'll see this later. Don't worry. But my life is constantly doctor's appointments, prescription refills, and rehab visits. Not that kind of rehab, guys, okay? But we could benefit from that, I'm sure. Isn't it funny how the black sheep takes care of the whole family? Isn't that great? Now I'm in power. South Korea! The K-Rage is real, you guys. The K-Rage is real. Can I tell you how dumb my husband is? Let's circle back on him. Yeah, this game goes, how dumb is he? Let's start over. Can I tell you how dumb my husband is?
How dumb is he?
All right. One night, we were discussing what are we having as a couple. Anybody does. He come up to me and he said, Rachel, I want figlet miglet. I said, what? He said, Rachel, I want figlet miglet. You mean filet mignon, dude? You guys, this is where the stupid part comes in. He was so dumb, I went to the store and got cube steak. He didn't know the difference. I won. I like to play this game in my house, too, called Trash Jenga. It's where when the trash gets full, you guys, you don't take it out. God, no. You stack things like cans, napkins, takeout containers, one banana peel away from collapse, right? Yes. Just as it's about to collapse to annihilation. My turn to shine, you guys. Yes. I'm telling you, I'm powerful. I am She-Ra. My prize, though, 30-gallon trash bag and the right to judge them silently as I take it out. I fucking hate you all. Yeah. I won. It's not a battle of wills, you guys. It's not. Because I am the winner. I am the winner. I feel right in that. I am the winner. Thank you for acknowledging that. I just want acknowledgement. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. I have abandonment issues. My dad's dead. What else? Oh, I'm on pills. The right kind. The ones that are prescribed, not just random ones. Okay, this ain't sounding good. Yay. I'm like, shit. Oops, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I'm on pills. When my mom was pregnant for me, though, you guys, she drank. Yeah, she drank when she was pregnant for me. Can you tell? Poquito? Just a little bit? Maybe. You guys want to know what she drank? No ass at all. You can see it on the screen right there. No ass, no ass, no ass. She was so selfish. She kept the titties, too. I know, right? Damn. She was generous with the wide hips, though. Got me built like SpongeBob in this bitch. Who's my Squidward? Is it you? Yeah, found Squidward! I love that. Hey, she's smacking ass back there. Holy shit, I didn't know it was this kind of party. I'll talk to you later. I'll talk to you later. If you can make it clap, I got some dollars. Who said that? Make it clap. Make it clap. Okay, sorry, got lost. Got lost in translation, you guys. Okay, one more. I'm going to leave you with one more, okay? Yeah, okay, great. What else we got? What else we got? Oh, yeah. If I ever go to prison, you guys, I'm picking the biggest, butchest one. Oh, okay, great. Fabulous. Yeah. Yeah. Probably not. Yeah, probably not. But if I ever go to prison, you guys, I'm picking the biggest, butchest one. I'm talking one built like a Ford F-150, but with feelings. Okay? I'm going to walk right up and be like, hey, how you doing? I know me. And I don't need protection. I need a handler. Okay? Next thing you know, I'm scuffling behind him like, this is Pookie's pocket. This is Pookie's pussy. So please don't touch me because I belong to her. I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight. You guys have been incredible. I want to let you know that you're all important. I fucking love you all. You guys woke up today, so you already won. Okay? Remember that. Each day above ground is a fucking great day. So don't ever forget that. My name's Rachael Willis. I love you guys. Peace. Way back there. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. All right, keep it going for Rachael Willis. And the camera was trying to follow Rachael Willis apparently. Yeah, because those people suck. All right, can somebody like double tap on me, make sure that I'm in frame, because I want to make sure that I spoil everyone's night. And hold on her. All right, once I get in frame, double tap my face. Is it green? All right. That is all I needed. Thank you so much, Rachael Willis, the comedian and the production assistant for the evening. Thank you so much. I do want to give a shout out to Gina, the bartender. If you haven't tipped her yet, please do so. She makes excellent drinks. Maybe once or twice has been on, what I mentioned with Frank earlier on our podcast. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch the podcast. All right. We are going to take about a 15-minute break and before we go into the open mic, because I want to leave some time for some people to get here. We have 5, 6 people signed up. I don't think somebody's officially signed up way in the back of the bar. But yeah, so I think we have 6 people signed up. We have plenty of room to go. If you're coming from somebody, somebody else's open mic, I'm not going to say whose, come here, hang out, sign up. I'll give you time. I don't care. But I'm going to throw on a Be Right Back screen, throw on some tunes by Rarely Beagle, who is my friend. That's his, copyright, free music. But he is an actual musician. He goes, professionally by the name Doran Danoff, but he has a couple side projects. You should definitely check him out. Without further ado, we're going to go to break. We'll see you about 9:45-ish. Sorry, we had some idiot put the mic in the microphone stand. And that idiot is me, Buster Chestnut. Welcome back to Phygital Nights. So is everybody having a good time out there? Well, I was mainly talking to, the digital world, but how about the bar? Is everybody having a good time? All right. With that reaction, you should get down here immediately. All right. So we have a fun open mic tonight. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people signed up. We have spots for 10. So if some people get here soon, maybe I can be a little more generous with the times. But how about, you want me to light you at 6 just for fun? Just for fun. All right. At this point, unless more people come here, I'm going to be lighting at 6. And I have a nice video feed, hopefully a good audio feed, but I let my audio engineer off for the night. It is his wedding anniversary. Big shout out to Michael and Amber. Hopefully they're watching. I don't know if they are. If not, maybe they're on the security cameras. Hi. But yeah. All right. I want to pause for a moment. 3, 2. You should drink Garage Beer. Not because they're a sponsor, but because it tastes good. And they represent Columbus well. Call me. Clip that. All right. Hopefully we'll get there. I keep trying. I don't know. It's something. I don't know. But we are going to get going with our open mic competition. Once again, if you can get down here, I'm offering the light at 6. We'll see how long it takes us. But anyway, for at least 7 minutes, please give your attention to some stranger I've never heard before. This guy named Brett MonBeck.
Everyone left anyway. Who gives a shit if I'm back up here, right? By the way, I'm a new comic. I know it's been done to death, but who gives a shit if I move this fucking microphone? Like, whatever. Everyone, why don't you move that? Like, dude, because I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely going to make the microphone my dick. Let's talk about Terminator. That's one of my stories. We were talking outside. I like my mushrooms. And I'm not really into the AI, it's been freaking me out. I got jokes about the data centers and shit. I was going to say, am I out of camera? Okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So I'm scrolling Facebook, seeing all these AI data centers. They're freaking me out. How would an idiot fight the robots, though? I'm going to eat mushrooms. I'm going to watch Terminator 2. I'm going to study the tape like a brain damaged football player. So they're settling in. My wife comes in and I'm like this. And she just goes, I'm going to bed. Jesus Christ. And I go, I'm going to fight the alien or the robots. Watch. And if I could tell you guys from the bottom of my heart, I don't think Terminator was the right film to be studying. At best, it's misinformation from a future Jeff Bezos to trip me up. Because none of it made sense. And I'll start with this. Terminator is just, he teleports behind an 18-wheeler. Burns a perfect circle. And he's not wearing any clothes. Because of the fire, right? But he's got hair. He's got eyelashes, no underwear. They didn't develop flame retardant underwear by then. He's a cybernetic organism, living tissue of a metal endoskeleton. How the fuck do they not have? Anyway, I think it's because he was naked as a choice, but here's what was happening. He teleports behind this 18-wheeler. Already flexing. First thing he needs to do, find a dude in a cute outfit and whoop his fucking ass. Take his shit. The mushrooms are kicking in. It's hard for me to breathe in this story. I'm starting to get real scared. Do I think I'm John Connor? No. Do I think I'm any kind of main character? No. What I need to concern myself with is in what year is Elon Musk going to develop a naked robot that comes back in time and needs a dude wearing that shit with a motorcycle? And that's me down there at the Smiling Skull in Athens. Cute ass leather jacket, great basketball shoes, sitting on my motorcycle. My feet don't touch, but bitches still like me. Here comes a naked 9-time Mr. Olympian with a speech impediment from Austria that they cast to play a robot that need to go back in time and fit in, but I digress. He walks up. What happens in that movie? He rips a dude's heart out. They show it. And then what happens to the last guy? He's like, no, no. And they cut away. It's rated R. They showed him rip a dude's heart out. And they cut away when the dude started hollering, the guy with the cute outfit. I think it's the same reason why that Terminator was naked. I think he fucked that guy, and that's why they had to cut away. That shit freaked me out. Remember the mushrooms? I got scared as fuck. I say, I'm going to bed beside my beautiful wife. I need a safe place. Guys, my heart started banging. I had a flashback of going there. I fall asleep beside my beautiful wife, who visits me in my dream. But old Termy, he shows up naked, red eyes glaring. He's got those red lights, right? But this time he ain't acting tough. He's acting sexy. And Frank Ocean's playing in my dream. And Terminator starts feeling himself and dancing too sexy. And I'm going, Terminator, no. And he's going, yeah. And I'm going, no. He's going, yeah. And I look down and I've become pregnant in my dream. And he's driving around on my motorcycle wearing my leather jacket, getting the bitches, shooting the ops. And I'm at home nursing. I know how my baby mothers feel. His feet touch. A term pregnancy is 37 to 41 weeks. I know that because I have 5 kids. Miss, you know that means 4 women hate my fucking guts, but I digress. Where was I? Oh, sorry. How many trimesters are in a Terminator pregnancy? I'm not sure, but I digress. I'm pregnant, and I'm going to exact my revenge. I ain't raising this baby by my fucking self, and I'm going to find him. But I keep hearing this beep, and this beep, and I wake up, and I'm back in my room again, and it's dark, and I hear the beep again, and I look up, and it's kind of like that, but I see 2 red eyes, and I go, Terminator, you ain't busting in my pussy tonight, boy. I'm the type of guy who keep a pistol under my pillow. I hop up, pow, pow, and I put 2 in between those red lights. Thug life, baby. And I shot my smoke detector. It starts smoking, sets off the one in the hallway. My wife wakes up irate for some reason, must be on her period or something. I told her, baby, I was eating mushrooms. I shot the thing and started smoking. That could happen to anybody. I've been sleeping with the dog for 3 months. Thanks, folks. That's my time. Slowly. Thank you, brother.
All right, keep it going for Brett. Coming back up, testing some new material. Hey, I think it went pretty good. I liked it. We'll have some clips of it, hopefully, if you're funny enough. All right. All right. We have another repeat performer this evening. Up next. Actually, no. No. You still have a minute to prepare. I just realized I skipped someone. I'm sorry. Do you need to set anything up? Or are you trusting my devices? Nope, the other person behind you. Yes? All right. So we are good. I crossed you out before I even brought you up. I apologize. But let's give a warm welcome to a repeat offender at our open mic here at Phygital Nights. The one, the only, Kaizen Roger.
What's going on, Leaping Lizards? How y'all doing tonight? Woo! You guys notice, I don't know why it's way more common. It was not the case when I was a kid, but why does everybody eat ass now? Like, everybody eats ass. When I was a kid, being a butt licker used to be an insult. Now it is something that it has to be checked on the dating app. Like, I have eating ass as an endorsement on my LinkedIn. Eating ass anymore is so common. The last time I tried to do an update on my iPhone, Siri made me answer how often I eat ass. Not if I did it, how often. I unlocked this new feature where Siri makes me ask, or where Siri asks me to lick it before I can unlock my face. And if I don't, she stays at 7% out of spite. Like, even if I try to like go around it and like connect the Bluetooth, she asks me, "Are you sure?" Like, she's way too territorial about her ports. One time I was God. One time I was eating this girl's ass and she farted, and I ate her fart. 12-year-old me at a certain point in life, if they had heard that information, they would have been devastated. It's one of those things you have to tell kids. It's like, hey, listen, life has turns. You remember how you didn't like broccoli? Well, it's kind of like that. I did learn, though, you guys, you cannot get pink eye if you inhale hard enough. Big Pharma doesn't want you to learn this one secret. So my ex said that I was illiterate. She said that I was just a piece of shit. She said that I was a misogynist. And first off, that's bullshit. I would never massage anybody. That sounds like a woman's job. So I don't judge though. I don't judge. Like I said, I've licked way too many buttholes to judge women. The only thing on women that I judge anymore is their credit score, because I'm trying to see what kind of car I can get in their name. So today is Tuesday. I was actually fucking on Sunday. I was getting my dick sucked, and I've learned, you guys, there's a few things in life that are way different. They sound a lot better in your head than they are in reality. And one of those things is getting your dick sucked while you're driving the car. Like, it's way more stressful than it is pleasurable. When you're trying to merge and you're trying to splurge, it's not always a good time. When you're trying to accelerate, you can't always ejaculate. When you're trying to change lanes and she's working on the main vein, it's troublesome. So this ended in a horrible way the other night. I was getting my dick sucked with my girlfriend in the car, and I missed my turn, and I slammed on the brakes, and she hit her head on the dash. I was trying to set my pee-pee free, and she got CTE. I was trying to get to bussing, and she just got a concussion. Luckily, you guys, I am a very good manipulator, so we did still fuck. She was trying the night light, and I just had to gaslight. So I used to be, I've had a bunch of jobs. Jeez. One time I was an OnlyFans model manager for a little bit, and I had this OnlyFans model that worked for me. Which, if you ever want to hear the worst things that people are into, talk to somebody that does sex work. That's just the worst things. She would have guys that would ask her to pretend to be their niece. Yeah, true story. So the OnlyFans model is the first time that I ever really felt like AI is going to replace us. And what I mean by that is she had a dodo machine. So this thing is doing numbers that my Milwaukee Sawzall can't do. It's got a JD Power Associates rating on it. Like it's beyond human capability is what I'm saying. I felt like Dong Henry versus the machine. But a little bit about me, you guys. Like I said, I've had all kind of jobs all over the world. For a little bit, I was a strip club promoter when I lived in Las Vegas, which Las Vegas is like, it's bad enough sober. I used to take LSD and walk the strip. So you would see 100 people dressed as Elvis doing karate down the strip sober. And I was doing this on LSD, but I would promote the strip clubs when I was out there. And I would get people to come out to the strip clubs. I would say things like, come on down to the strip club, you guys. Couples that play together, stay together. Hey, let's go on down to the strip club tonight, guys. Let's finger bomb a single mom. Let's finger blast a stripper's ass. You want to motorboat some butt cheeks? Let's put something weird on that beard. Let's fuck up those glasses with titties and asses. Fuck her right in the pussy. Come on down to the strip club, guys. It was like the worst Dr. Seuss book you've ever heard. Like, instead of red fish, blue fish, it's red bone, nude bitch. Like, instead of green eggs and ham, it was green discharge from Pam, you guys. right on. Let's give it up for Leaping Lizards, you guys. Let's give it up for the bar. Make sure you tip and gate. Give it up for your host. Hey.
Oh, it's awkward. Here, can I do a comment? Yes, I made that super awkward. I apologize for this time. Next time it's on God. But anyway, speaking of that, no, that was a weird that was a weird segue. I'm not going there. But you know, cleanliness is godliness, and you know, that's not what you're gonna get right now. You're gonna get you know, some material that, you know, experimental stuff, probably, right? It's an open mic. That's what we do here. But let's welcome to the stage our headliner, back for 6 minutes or 7 minutes, Rachael Willis.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you right now, when Angie leaped at Kaizen, his dick got so fucking hard. I'm just telling you. He was ready for that. He was like, oh, shit. I was like, oh, fuck. Brett, you made me think you're the silent version of John Wick, trying to destroy all the bots. Yeah. Oh, Kaizen also, Kevin Gates made eating ass acceptable. So that's where it's at, okay? Because he's just thinking with his dick. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Give it up for Angie, dude. She's keeping us hydrated. I love her, dude. Gina. Give it up for Gina. Yeah, I'm calling her Angie. You got a new name, girl. Hey, Gina, Angie, I love you. Yeah. Some people say I have a winning personality. They just haven't met the other losers I put away for special occasions. Yeah. My age starts with a F. Stands for fuck around and find out. Yep. And we all got kids. We have offspring. You've got 4, 5, 10. He's got a whole fucking tribe. Brett's got a whole fucking tribe. Damn. Wonder what that monthly deduction is. God, shit. At least you know he's a good father and he's paying. He ain't fucking running out like mom. We're not going to go there. Okay, sorry. Just kidding. Just okay, anyways. So I've got 2. and I'm 40 and I'm done having kids, right? But my husband, he's not. He said, Rachel, you're like LeBron James, okay? Just to verify. You're like LeBron James. You're probably too old, but I know you got another one in you. We're not doing that, dude. He was like, you'd be so cute pregnant. I was like, I'll fucking kill you. You won't make it through this third one. Oh, okay. So I have an astigmatism. Yeah. And I like to play this game on the highway of how close am I getting? And, oh shit, is that a deer? Yeah. Speaking of deer, you guys, why do they sleep so close to the road? We're going to wake them up. We're going to wake them up. I love that joke. That's one of my favorite jokes. Yeah. Ooh. You guys know colts, like Colts. I'm saying it right. Colts, right? Yeah. What is it? Did they rebrand? Are they called starter ups now? Just wondering. Because I really got into reading about Jonestown and Heaven's Gate and fascinating stuff. But the only way you'd get me to join is if you had puppies and free tattoos. You show me a pit bull in a onesie and an at-home tattoo kit. Where do I sign up, Brother Moonbeam? I'm telling you, I'm ready. But honestly, I would have to get my own cult going on. Cult going on, yes. But we would be doing dog dewormer and ayahuasca, you guys. None of that Kool-Aid stuff. None of that, dude. You want to talk about mushrooms? Ayahuasca's where it's at, you guys. I'm going to go to the jungle and I'm going to do this. I'm going to figure out how. If I got to get a hold of Ron White, I will. Because if it worked for him, it's got to work for me. Healing traumas. That's awesome. Ooh. And I am failing 4th grade math. Yeah. Fractions, to be exact. I either don't do it right, don't do the math right, can't get it right, or it's not the way the little funky teacher said. You know, Common Core. Thank you. Fuck. But honestly, you guys, I've been doing fractions for 20 years, okay? A dime, an eighth, a quarter, a half, and a whole one. So don't tell me shit about fucking fractions, because I know my shit. Okay? Yeah. What else we got? This is fun. This is so much fun. You guys are missing out. You really are. You guys are fucking missing out for real. Yeah, catch the video on demand. Yeah, what else? Ooh. Yeah, we are. Hi. What is it with okay, I've renamed homeless people. Okay, because you're supposed to say unhoused, okay? But I've got a better one, okay? Outdoor wilderness people. Yes. They are out there hustling and working harder than we are. We are the scabs, you guys. They're out there hustling. You see them by the highways, just running out in front of cars. I give them props, dude. We had a whole combine or community living in the back of my work, dude. They had a toilet. They were able to wash and dry their clothes with no electricity. How? Yeah. By the scraps. They were getting it. They did tear it all down with a bush mill, though, so they don't have anywhere to go now. But they're still on the exits of 127 and 125 in Lima, Ohio, off I-75, okay? I'm just telling you. Her name is Mefferny, and her boyfriend's name is Fentanyl Larry, okay? My name's Rachael Willis. I love you guys. Have a great night. Bye!
I mean, I can do the production work. That's fine. Thank you so much, Rachel. We appreciate you here. All right. So I don't see our next person signed up, so we'll push them. Elizabeth, hopefully you're okay. Hopefully you're okay, but we're gonna push you to the next artist. So coming back up to the stage, you know, probably to test some new material. I don't know, maybe whatever. If not, if it's old material, it's probably good. So welcome back to the stage, Frank DeMint.
How we doing, leaping lizards? Yeah, I'm the oldest comic you're going to see tonight. I'm so old my back gets stiff more than my dick. I'm so old I have to lube my joints more than my dick. I am so old I use National Geographic magazine to masturbate to. And I watch Pornhub not to masturbate but to reminisce. I started eating pussy at the age of 13. My tongue became muscle bound. That's why I sound like this, yeah. People hear my voice and say, bless his heart. Is he okay? And I'm okay, but it does bring up my greatest fear, and that's having a stroke on stage, and nobody notices. Is he slurring his words? Who the fuck can tell? Who the fuck can tell? So how was everybody's motherfucker's day, huh? Yeah, my first time on Father's Day to actually being a father. Yeah, yes, finally got that paternity test done. Yeah, you might question my methods, but you can't question my results. I got it done. I got that fucker done. Yeah, shit. This came so free to me last night. I guess I didn't drink enough doubles today. Like Abraham, God instructed me to be fruitful and multiply after I'm a senile old man. Yeah, me and Abraham, we're fathering babies late. Oh, fuck. Shit. Old man with let's see. Oh yeah, and of course, as some of you know, while I was trying to get that done, I got a sperm count done that showed I had only 15% sperm mobility. My swimmers don't even dog paddle; they just lie there. But there was that one Olympic swimmer there, and he got there. You know, that one Olympic swimmer. Fuck Mark's bitch. I swear, fuck that motherfucker. So now thinking of having a descendant, I was looking up on my genealogy, you know, because I'm a cheap bastard. I'm on a free one that's done by the Church of Latter-day Saints, the Mormons. Yeah, the motherfuckers who does baptism by proxy, the motherfuckers. Yeah, but I digress. And I found out that one of my descendants, my fifth great-grandfather, James DeMint, was the founder of Springfield, Ohio. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. On his biography, it said, drinker, gambler, and founder of Springfield, Ohio. Well, that fucking tracks, doesn't it? That fucking tracks, yes. I looked on it's on that same side, but it was a Gilbert Goodman. I found out he's a black man. Yeah, my great-great-great-grandfather was black. Yeah. That also checks out. Yeah. Well, you don't get hell like this with white people fucking other white people. Now do you? You don't. You just don't. And but as I checked, not only was he married to my great-great-great-great-grandmother, who was white, he was also married to to another woman, and who was black, and he had about 12 children from both of them, and the dates overlap. He was a fucking bigamist, man. But that tracks too, doesn't it? That fucking tracks. You gotta have a side chick somewhere. He had one in Kentucky and one in Virginia. Who the fuck you got? So maybe I shouldn't pay child support. I should catch on that heritage, huh? Oh, anyway. Let's see where was going to go from there. Yeah, the other thing I want to talk about real quick. I was on Facebook, as that's boomers do, looking at World War II films and shit. And Women's Football Association came across Alliance. Women's Football Alliance is what I call it. Yeah, women's football. Now, I had seen previously women's football, powder puff, lingerie league. But, let's face it, that was just tits and ass. These fucking women are playing football. I mean, these fucking women are built like a brick shit house without, those fucking bitches. Not only would they beat my ass now, they'd beat my ass when I was in my prime. I swear, those bitches will. I swear. But unfortunately, though, when you watch it, it does look like high school football. And the attendance is about the same. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But some of the names are really appropriate. First of all, like Cincinnati, the Cincinnati Cougars. Well, that fucking makes sense. That hits. And you got the Tampa Bay Infernos. I'm sure those bitches are going through menopause, But then some of them aren't so well named, like the Pittsburgh Passion. Come on, there ain't no passion in Pittsburgh. We all been there. We know there ain't no passion there, motherfuckers. How much time I got left? 10 seconds. I'm going to do my finisher because I know Rachel hasn't seen this. Well, let me do this real quick. Rachel, my father served in Korea during the Korean War. We might be related. We don't know. We really don't know. But I look like Duck Dynasty and I sound like Daffy Duck. I look like Gandalf and sound like his retarded brother. I look like Jack Black and sound like Sylvester the Cat suffering succotash. I look like Jerry Garcia and sound like I'm on an acid trip. I look like Ron Jeremy and sound like him with a dick in his mouth. But I can't suck my own dick because if I could, I wouldn't be here. And I wouldn't be this fat because I know no one could suck my dick better than me because no one knows me better than me. That's been my time. I've been Frank DeMint. Thank you very much. Let's bring up your host, Buster Chestnut.
Thank you, Frank DeMint. All right. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. All right. Do you need me to move this over out of the way? What do we need to do? All right. Do you want me to put it in? Do you want me to put it in the microphone stand? Or do you want it loose? Well, that was not technically the question, but
I like one that fits. Square and round hole. Round hole, square. Do what? Can you hear me?
yes.
I can't hear me.
Yeah, I know. We don't have a monitor.
Why for do I not hear me? No, this part of my bit. Hey, let me tell you a story. One time, I was sitting in my car because I'm in my car a lot. Won't talk about that. I'm supposed to tell you a story about my life. That's the joke. You get it? Oh, what a crowd. Audience of one. So you know I'm talking to you. Hey, does that say live or live? 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 Live. I never did understand the English language. Haven't been very good at it. Words have two meanings in my world. Okay, so I'm an inventor, painter, writer, wannabe funny chick. I'm just myself. I'm myself. I'm the crazy girl that sits in the park with the band sitting in poison sumac and poison ivy. I'm that girl. But this guy comes to visit me. He's got cellophane around his legs and ball sack. So it's like harnessed up. So I invented the ball sack chip clip. The ball sack chip clip is non-evasive. interactive, saves lives, stops hate. Yeah. Yin, ball sack chip club. Non-evasive. Non-evasive. You want to try it? No, I woke up in the mood today, to be honest. I woke up in the mood and I broke my leg 4 years ago and I had to have surgery to walk. If I was a horse, they would have put me down because I did the trifecta. I'm thankful to be walking. The doctor that did the original surgery, I think his name was Kevorkian, but he looked like Roger Rabbit to me. So nonetheless, I'm walking, so he did his job, but I don't walk very well. And I fell in the parks that landed me in the sumac and poison ivy. Yeah. But if I were to have some cynicism and have a little bit of with it, you know what I'm talking about? That. How many of you have had that moment? Yeah. You live it every day? Live or live? Live or live? Is it live? Or is it love? Is it love for yourself or love for the other? Because you're letting them off the hook, right? And you suffer through. So, I've laid enough floors. I've laid enough floors. I would just like to put that metal plate right on his peripheral nerve the way he did mine and screw it in real good. I'm a good screwer. I've laid a lot of floors. I can do this. So I'm Elizabeth Incognito, and I go incognito because I got the guy at the park following me around. I've seen that guy 3 times. So I'm trying to figure out what his MO is. Do I go up to him and be like, nice sack? Do you want to see mine? I've grown a few. I mean, what do you want? Are they that important? Are they gems? Ball sack chip clip will save lives. Anyway. So I go to the park and I paint and I think about love. I'm obsessed with love. I see that sticker that says love is love. And I'm like, what the frick is that? Right? Love is love? Is that putting the metal plate on your peripheral nerve to electrocute their leg and make her cry? Is that love? Who is it? Is it love for me to fucking suck it up, Buttercup? Because I'm called one and done. I'm one and done. I've offered myself up. You know what? If you really want to stop the hate, you just get out your machetes and your bazookas, put me up against a brick wall, take me out of my misery, and you're done. You're done. No more. No more. No more. I ain't Jesus neither. So you can push me off the cliff because I'm already free falling. I love that song. I do karaoke, and it's like my physical therapy outlet. So I'm on this diet. It's called Watch What You Eat Anti-Anorexia. I used to be an anorexic. You see my clavicle. I'll stop before you can see my clavicle, I promise. And my boobs won't shrivel up and be little itty bitty Tootsie Rolls. I got too much muscle for that. I've had to wrestle a few. Yeah. I like to wrestle with vitamin E oil because they slip right off you like cheese. Like stinky cheese. So the next date I'm going on, if I were to go back to the old guy I dated, if I were, well, I'm not. And if I played his silly games, I'd take a diuretic. Because when he wanted to be a butt plug, I'd have fun. I'd have fun. Tell that to the cops. Tell that in your police report. butt plug. I didn't ask for that. Just kidding. I told you I woke up in a mood. I wore my glasses so I could get away with it. Is that okay? I saw my doctor today and I said, "Doctor, I'm in a mood." He goes, "I could tell." And I said, "Good. You know me. Thank you. You're here to take care of my leg." Amen. Okay, so I'm going to read a couple things so you get to know me a little bit better. I'm a very diligent person. Has trouble keeping time. Works well with others who see her point of view and understand her clearly. Otherwise, she will self-sabotage and be a glutton for punishment. You like that? You like that one? I'm a good golfer. I'm par for course and have made a few hole-in-ones. You like that one? No? Okay, I invited a boyfriend over for dinner. He had gas. My mom was there, you know. So he says to himself, "Man, I'm going to let one out because, you know, I got to let it go because I got to let it go." So he, and the mom goes, "Spot." And he goes, "Shit, yeah, he thinks it's the dog. I'm going to go." Oh, Spot. Oh, good. She still thinks it's got to go. Spot, you know. And he goes, "I got to go. I got to let this out. I can't stop it. I can't stop it." Spot, get over here before he shits on you. That's my joke. You get it? Okay. Yeah. Bye. Thanks for your time, people. Audience of one. I'm technically uninclined.
All right. Put your hands together for Elizabeth. I do enjoy your artwork. How much was it? Do you sell it? Okay. Well, all right. Well, if I can bribe you at some point, that might happen. Oh, I would appreciate it. Do you like birds? My daughter loves birds. They terrify me. But if you want to draw a bird, that'd be sweet. Or sorry, not draw. Paint. I don't know what medium you would want to use or would feel inspired by, but whatever. I digress. Are we good? All right. We have one more open micer, unless Jeremy wants to, sign up. God, one of these days it's gonna happen. One of these days. Yep. There's tests for that. All right. So, without further ado, I guess this is our last open micer, unless somebody stumbles in the door. I don't know. I'm gonna light her at 7 just for fun. All right. Welcome to the stage, the amazing Alika, who might be a little weird sometimes.
You gotta stop calling me weird. That is just extremely offensive to weird people. Yeah, they don't like to be associated with me, Buster. So I'm gonna try to move this down. Yeah. Fellow used his open mic time the other night here to make fun of me and basically say, "Don't you have any idea how to use the microphone?" And I say to him, "Sir, if I had the faintest idea how to use the microphone, do you think I would be fucking it up every goddamn time I get on stage?" Thank you. So yes, my name is Alika again, and I do live my life by two equally important, I'd like to stress, equally important life philosophies. First of all, the meaning of life is love, so in the broadest sense, so always do right by one another. Second, the human body is meant to retain body fat, so never get down on yourselves. So, thank you. Yes, and honestly, I believe. Yeah, it's rough out there. I mean, the way society treats people. I have one fat joke, and it's dangerously educational. I didn't bring the board in today. I didn't think it would be this late at night is not a great audience for that. Do you want to come back up and show your belly? Is that what you're offering? Oh, for my multi boob. Well, the thing is, I don't really have a body type for attraction, right? So I mean, I'm attracted to a range of folks, and so this is why. Let me get my art out. Well, let's say this first. I do believe all bodies are beautiful, and I say that both as someone who loves to get laid and also someone who loves to sell t-shirts. So you can still get a t-shirt. Come down some night. I'm here most Tuesdays. But yes, I do actually have a range of body types I'm attracted to. And this is why, look, I can't start watching porn now at this point in my life. So before we go on, can someone just shout out what they see in this picture? Boobs. Okay, the third audience to properly guess what I drew on this page. All right, I'm done. That made my month. Thank you. Well, I think she could have a boob orgy by herself. Yeah, I got 5.5 ladies of boobs. So yeah, look, I never been a person to watch porn. I mean, obviously, like a normal person, I watched porn for gender and women's studies in college, and obviously, I went to the gay porn parties that any normal person would go to in college, where every room you're in, there's 2 dudes or multiple dudes. I don't want to just say 2, getting it on. Yeah, like a normal person, right? But now the AI has gotten involved in porn, or it's everywhere on the internet. I can't start watching porn now as an adult because it doesn't know what fingers are for. It's not going to know what boobs are for. And before you say, "Oh, this looks like Boobzilla," I'd like to stress it is actually Bodzilla would be the correct term for all of these creatures. Thank you. Yeah, this is finally my art classes have paid off. Thank you, Mom and Dad. It's great. Thank you. Fantastic. I heard it's just, and I'm going to just fill in fantastic after that. Yeah, thank you. It's just boobs? Well, so my whole adult life will say this. I've enjoyed, let's say, in terms of podcasts, top tier political analysis. And before some people say, "Oh, are you an MSNBC progressive, Ailica?" And to them I say, it's so offensive that you would think that. It is so offensive that you don't know I am way, way more insufferable than an MSNBC progressive. Thank you. Yes. Democracy Now, Mother Jones, that kind of thing. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, top tier political analysis, bottom of the barrel paranormal analysis. Yeah, those are the 2. Do I listen to comedy? No, I fucking hate comedy. No, bottom of the barrel paranormal analysis is in 2 dudes in their parents' basement, commenting on stories sent in by 2 ladies who live in their parents' basement, that kind of paranormal analysis. But my whole life until recently, the lizard people never spoke to me. They never spoke to me, but they did speak to me, and they had me host part of Lizard-Palooza, and I'm deeply honored. Deeply honored. Yeah. Thank you. Well, the first time I got on stage to do comedy, they actually let me go on for over 30 minutes. And I do tell myself it was not just because of the knife I was holding in my hand, but yeah, also because I ranted and raved up there like a total lunatic, right? Yes, but I think everyone in here, a lot of people don't know, I actually have pretty extensive experience as a host. I was a host for 13 years straight. Yeah. The audience wasn't large, but I did host every single day, roughly 25 to 30 liver flukes. Yes. Thank you. Someone got a laugh at that. Yeah, I got a liver parasite in Bolivia. And I just want to tell you, related to this, that people always say they want to be 1 in a million, right? I'm going to tell you what, it's overrated. It is overrated. Yeah, I mean, I had the nice experience of having my doctor tell me I was 1 in a million. Also get excited about how jiggly my belly was. She got real excited about that because she had to take out an enormous amount of tissue because I had a very rare form of cancer. And that's what happens when you have liver flukes for 13 years and they live out their entire adult lives, because you have a fantastic medical system. So moving on from that, we're going to talk about one injustice, which is that humans don't get basic health care, and they should, to another. So my father actually, I grew up, I spent almost half my childhood in Honduras. I went to Honduran rural public schools, grew up speaking Spanish. It's one of the poorest countries in the world. And there's a lot of injustice, like 2% of murders get solved, and there are a lot of murders. Yeah, I tell people I lived in the murder capital of the world, and they're like, oh, Detroit. I'm like, Detroit can't win every year, man. It's not just, the United States can't win every year. It's not, not just where we have all the guns. It's also where we take the guns. They get a chance to win too sometimes. Right. So I hear this story my father sends me is this fellow, the unjust hand of the government comes down on him because he starts selling pancakes shaped like this, like penis and balls. There's a man in a country where no one has ever asked for a vending permit ever for anyone on the street. This guy, oh, you can't sell that. You can't have people eating cock and ball pancakes. But here's the thing, that is deeply sexist. Because oops, that's the wrong one. Pancakes have been boob-shaped this whole time. So it's okay, we can all go around eating boob-shaped pancakes, but a man wants to sell you a nice dick to eat, and suddenly there's a problem. So this is actually another bit here. I'll just work through a bunch of small things that I'm trying to fit together better. Yes, I do have an amazing stalker, massive maze. Stalks me at every turn. I'm allergic to corn. They give you a condolence letter when you test allergic to corn at the allergist. And it's the only time you wish the condolence letter were longer because they list about 1% of everything that corn is in. But yeah, people, sometimes people say, oh, it looks like it's leafing you, Ailica. It looks like it's leafing you, not stalking you. It is definitely stalking me. I wish it would leave me. Leave me alone. But it won't. It's in everything. Thank you. Because I have not been given the light yet. Okay, well, I've already revealed my advertisement there, so. I've revealed this. All right, well, here's the thing. I don't do drugs. I'm a big square. I don't even drink. Yeah, I'm a big square inside the body of a relatively average-sized woman. Thank you. So I did bartend, though, for the better part of a decade, and I, worked in service industry for a long time. So I have witnessed cocaine. And so as an economic anthropologist, we're concerned with the detailed economics of how people get their food and that kind of thing, or how people purchase even non-necessities like cocaine, right? So by my calculations, one cocaine is a bunch of dollars to the 10th power. It's very expensive, very expensive. And the more cocaine you do, the fewer dollars, the less money you got in your pockets, right? Yeah. They're complicated calculations. Well, I was doing this joke up in Cleveland, and this fellow, he comes after me. He uses his whole mic time to just blow up my set. Mr. Braggadocious comes up and he's like, "Oh, Ailica, cocaine is record cheap right now. One cocaine is $35 to $40," he says. And then Mr. Goody 220s goes on to brag about how he has multiple tens of dollars a night to spend on entertainment. Yeah, Mr. Goody 220, use your whole set to brag about how rich you are. Yeah, I don't have multiple tens of dollars a night to spend on entertainment. I'm guessing a lot of you don't either. Right, so I stand by that still being expensive. But then a friend of mine up there, comic TK, he actually yells, I was explaining that someone told me cocaine is record cheap. And he yells at me, "Ailica, I want to help you, you poor, naive white lady. If one cocaine costs $35 to $40, that's called one meth," he said. That's called one meth, yeah. And I feel like he would know because the government came down on him. They got real jealous of how good he was at selling stimulants, cocaine, I believe in particular. Yeah, they were like, "Oh, is interfering with our ability to sell booze and alcohol. We want to booze and cigarettes, alcohol and cigarettes. And yeah, they're like, oh, and he's too good at it. Yeah, he has better hours. He's more fun. People like to go there more than the state liquor authority. And he's taking up our business. We want to sell the intoxicants around here. We want to sell the cigarettes and alcohol. But what they didn't seem to understand is obviously there's an additive effect, right? Yeah, the more cocaine you do, the more you can stay awake to smoke cigarettes and consume alcohol, right? It's an additive effect, right? But he was at one time a cocaine connoisseur. So I'm going to go with his estimation that yes, at $35 to $40, one cocaine is actually called one meth. Yes. So it came. So, my board broke and I was like, wow, an idea comes to me. I was like, cocaine makes regular folk broke, right? Regular. But then we have, this is how you know someone's very wealthy. They make telling statements like this in public. I used to do cocaine off of toilet seats, says RFK Jr. Right. You got to be pretty fucking wealthy by my calculations to risk your precious cocaine on toilet seats. Because from what I have observed, the more cocaine you do, the more concerned you are with dropping your cocaine. Thank you. Yes. Yes. And the more you are likely to consume anything that might possibly be drop cocaine. Yes, gets a little weird. Yeah, so if you drop your cocaine in the toilet bowl, like you literally have only one choice, right? At that point, to drink the entire toilet bowl of water, right? But you can't do it with the Coke straw's too short. Yeah, you can't do that. It's not gonna work. On top of that, it's dangerous to drink that toilet bowl water. Drink that whole toilet bowl of water, right? We learned that from that radio contest a few decades back. It's dangerous to drink too much water. So a friend of mine, another comic, Jerry Grimes, he said, Alica, you need to work in somehow into this joke the fact that if you're trying to drink the toilet bowl full of water, you might get hit on the head with the toilet lid. And you could die because you drown at that point. And I'm like, wow, so if there's a toilet lid, you think that might be one of the better places to choose to do your cocaine. So I feel like I did miss my calling as an old-timey ad man and slogan here. And I'm not going to say ad person because we know in old-timey days it was not ad women. So anyhow, I feel like maybe I just wanted to make, pamphlets or be helpful or make ads. And so I feel like, look, can't find a place to put a line in your face? The restroom has room. And I know what you're thinking. The bathroom has room, has a way better ring to it. And I did fuck that up. I blew it. All right. I can't redo it now. It took too long. Don't let the lid hit you in the head. You could end up dead. Instead, use that lid as a flat plane to contain your cocaine. Thank you. And who knows what color cocaine is? It would be impossible to find out. So it's probably pink, right? So I just check mark here. Right. I think it's nice. It works. All right, I'm gonna just finish up with my reveal here. All right. So a fellow Tyrone the comic, you can find him on Instagram, Tyrone the comic on Instagram, up in Cleveland. He was helping me out with another joke. He's like, so Alica, Charlie Kirk, for example, Charlie shortens to Chuck. I'm like, well, Charlie is also another name for cocaine. And I had this revelation. Maybe this is why people think Erica Kirk killed her husband. Chuck Kirk. Is this? They think maybe she got that idea. Maybe something broke in her and she got an idea. And people say, Alica, why is Erica Kirk so hastily drawn? And I say, I don't know. I don't do her makeup. And they say, why don't her eyes look crazy enough? And I say, look, as an artist, you really have to sit down with the person. If you can sit down with the subject to really capture that look in their eyes. And I have not personally sat down with the demon that inhabits her flesh suit. So I couldn't really capture that. All right. Thank you for having me. You put my, sorry. All right. Find me on HumaneCon or HumanEcon_AKS on Instagram. And I give you a free dictator magnet if you subscribe to my 2 YouTube channels. Do it. Thank you. Appreciate you having me.
And now the day is done. Unless somebody else wants it. Hey, bartender has some jokes, right? I can cut the feed and just keep the audio going. I know you can talk shit against some regulars. I don't know. And the fact, yeah. Oh man. All right. Write some stuff next time, Mr. Man. Take some notes. You'll do well in this room. I promise you. It's hard not to. Thank you. Yeah. Well, all right. This room, which is awesome, it is Leaping Lizard at Hilliard, Ohio, at the corner of Cemetery and Leap. They're in there. What? Well, that's why you're a regular. That, and it's an awesome bar. You should all come check it out. Or, catch the live stream, comment in the chat, and, hang out. Check us next week, because we have no other open micers. But, let us know how we did. Comment below, let us know what you thought of the comedians, whether they were the, showcase or, open mics. Let us know. All right. And with that, I'm going to run around and do production and close this out. Peace out. And 3, 2, 1, Buster.
What up, everybody? Let's go! Flipping through the packs, chasing down that 101, yeah. Searching for the grail till the morning sun comes. Buster! Hit that monster pull, an impossible play. Change the whole damn game in a major way. We hit that monster pull, an impossible play. Change the whole damn game in a major way. Whoa!